Okay, now we're looking at test 1, problem 2b. We've got the integral of 1 over x square root of x minus 1 dx. At first glance, it doesn't look like anything that we recognize, but because we have this x on the outside, this square root, and an x minus 1 in the inside, we think, well, maybe let's think about the inverse trig functions that we've got, and the only one that has something on the outside and a square root on the inside is actually this one over here, 1 over u square root of u squared minus 1 du. So here, if you look at it, you don't have u squared, you have this x over here, and then you've got this 1 over here. So let's see, if we take our a squared to be 1, and we take our u squared to be x, then we see that we have the square root of u squared minus 1 that we wanted. And the answer is going to be 1 over a secant inverse of u plus c. So let's come and work with this and see if we can get our answer. So let's take u squared to be equal to x. Let's take derivatives of both sides, so we get 2u du is equal to dx. Okay, now let's go back in this formula and substitute for everything that we've got. So we have this 1, that doesn't change. X is just u squared, square root. Again, x is u squared, minus 1, and our dx is 2u du. So if you look over here, you'll see that this u and one of these squares cancel, and we can pull this 2 to the outside, and we end up with this formula. We end up with 2 integral of 1 over u square root of u squared minus 1 du. So now we have it in the same form that we have up here. This is actually a u. I'll write that a little nicer. Okay, so this is just like the formula that we've got over here. We've got 1 over u squared of u squared minus 1. So therefore we get 2 in so we get 2 times 1 over a, and our a is just 1, so 1 over 1 secant inverse of u plus c, which gives us 2 times secant inverse. Let's substitute back for our u, which was x, square root of x, plus c. Okay, I actually didn't find x in this. Right, now let's see why we get the square root of x, because over here u squared is x, therefore our u is equal to the plus or minus square root of x, but we just take x itself, and just because of the domain of secant inverse. And that's the end of that problem.